Hey everyone, I'm Sue. Welcome to Blue Heron Hill. Sweet potato time again. Just a little update. I want to show you how they're doing. Put out a video about 2 weeks ago, and I want to show you the progress that's been made or the progress that hasn't been made. So come along, let's come in close and I'll show you what I've got going on. Okay, this is my sweet potato corner. Let's start out. Here is my tray that I planted one of my purple sweet potatoes in from last year. As you can see, it's been doing spectacularly, and you saw that in that last video also. It's continuing to give me shoots. I am pulling them off all the time. Here's another one that probably could come off. There you go. It even has a small root here. You can see that already started. And as I did before, I pull off the bottom leaves because they're going to go into water to form the roots. And I don't want leaves like this just kind of molding in the water. Promotes bacteria and growth. So this is just going to get popped right into this jar. And as you can see, look at the massive roots on these slips that I took. Some of them were those that I took a couple weeks ago. And then in the interim, I've pulled off more from the mother potato, so to speak, over here. And you can see how long some of these slips are getting. Let me pull one out. There you go. Look at those roots, very strong, very vigorous, very healthy. So I'm going to give them a little bit more time, maybe a week or two, and then I think maybe I'll pot these up. I have an awful lot of slips already, probably more than I would actually need for this particular variety. So I will pot them up into some soil and let them hang out there until they're ready to go out in the garden. Oh gosh, it might not be 2 months. Anyway, so that's there. Now, these potatoes were put in soil like this, just like this one. This one did have a bit of a jump start. It had eyes that were sprouting already when I put it in here. So this had much more of a jump start than these. These were just from the market, organic sweet potatoes. They had no eyes on them. They had nothing like that that indicated that they were going to start to sprout. But every once in a while, I try and pull up very gently, and sometimes there is a little resistance, like in this one has a little bit of resistance. So I know that there are roots coming off the bottom part of this into the substrate off of this one. Right here, it looks as though there may be something that might be starting to sprout. We'll see. We'll check that out. It looks like something. I've been keeping a close eye on some of these. Nothing's really close. I'm rather disappointed because this method always seems to work much better for me than, let me show you, than this method. I'll put that into the light. But this method, I was even skeptical about this method, but as you can see, I do have some roots starting to come off the bottom of this sweet potato. So I'm hopeful that within a week, hopefully, I will start getting some sprouts up on this end that will grow into the slips that I could harvest, just like these over here. Now, as you can see in the background, I do have a few more sweet potatoes that I think are destined to, I'll put a couple in the water method here, and I may even do another tray of the soil. If I don't decide to use them, I will certainly eat them. But right now, I do need these to sprout, or these to sprout. These are your typical orange sweet potatoes. Those there are that purple sweet potato. I want a huge crop of these orange potatoes. I don't know the variety because in the market they don't tell you what the variety is unless it's something unusual. For instance, the purple sweet potato. And even I've had Japanese sweet potatoes. Those are white on the inside, and they're also a sweet potato that is yellow. But anyway, these are just the regular market sweet potatoes that are orange. So stay tuned, and I'll give you another update. I'll let you know this guy is the closest to sprouting something up here on the top. I don't really see anything right now. It doesn't look so healthy. He's got some craters and things like that. But roots are coming out, so that's a good sign. While I'm here, I'll give you an update on other things that I have growing down here. This is a pepper that I wintered over. I think this is Lesia pepper. And then this one is a jalapeno. You can see the foliage has started to pop out on this one. I've brought this, had a home by my windowsill all winter long, and I've just decided to bring it out and revive it and start giving it a little bit of fish fertilizer for nitrogen, a lot more water, a lot more light, and see if we can't get it to give me a jump start in the garden. And this one has a few little sprouts on it. There's one back here that may, it's still green here, so I know that it is okay. I had another one that was brown and brittle, and these, you can see up here, the tips here are brown, so those are not living. But we've got a juncture here that could give me flowers, and you've got a number of them down here that, a juncture here that could give me sprouting of leaves, and also down here on this bigger stem, and perhaps even here. So those are, that's another vegetable I have started. And here we have a prayer plant that needed some health and some TLC, and it's coming back. It's doing very well. So it was having a leaf curling problem, and we have a couple leaves that are still curling, but hopefully we'll have a viable stem here. Okay, over here I have a couple trays. This is a tray of spinach. And this next door is a tray of, there's 6 Swiss chards, and I think maybe 5 dwarf kales that are back here. I think one didn't come up. Anyway, these are going to go out into my greenhouse in about a week, and I'm going to plant them in my green stalk planter. And they're going to spend this early spring out there. I do have a few spinach plants and a few lettuce plants that are already out there that have made it through the winter in that, which I am very surprised. Next door, I have a tray full of lettuce. Some of these I'll probably try and transplant out there also. These are mostly for, when they get higher, when they get tall enough, I will use these in our salads and stuff like that. Next door, I've already started some of my cold weather crops. You can see I have cabbage here and broccoli here. Here's another tray of broccoli, so I have like 12. Back here, these are Chinese cabbage. I just love these. I love them raw. A lot of people cook them, but I have 12 of those plants also. Now over here on this side, my germination has not been great for my leeks. So I'm going to have to replant some more. I don't need too many leeks. I had a fantastic crop the last 2 years, so I even still have some that are preserved in the freezer. Back here I have celery. I'm going to have to thin a few of these out, but I'm just going to let them go together for a little while longer, just because they're so tiny and so fragile looking. I don't know, if they will make it or not. I'm going to kind of let them go. Like, this is a rather large bunch. There's 3 right here. I probably could at least trim it down to 2. So that's what I have starting out, my seed starting. I am going to start some peppers, and that will be in the next video. And then, so a week after peppers, on comes the tomatoes. So stick with me, follow along. If you haven't already subscribed, give me a thumbs up, comment down below, let me know what you've started so far. I'm in zone 6A and up in New York State, and it's still pretty cold. We've got probably about 4 inches of snow out on the ground right now, and and covering my garden just like a warm winter blanket. It's not coming off anytime soon, but I've got green growing down here inside in my seed starting area. So till the next time we can go digging in the dirt, happy gardening. Bye.